Okay, y'all. All right. So I just uploaded the video of the Note 9 battery stats. So what I'm gonna do is upload a video of my Note 8 battery stats. For me, when I purchased the device, yeah, you saw that in the other. You saw what you saw, but yeah, you saw what you saw. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. All right. So in terms of me buying a smartphone, battery is essential. Yeah, I don't want a battery that will just die on me in the middle of me being away from a charger. And everybody knows that that can't happen. And even if you have a charger on you and you don't have a battery pack on you, then I like it's annoying to not be able to get to an outlet or like things happen. So it's good to have a battery that can last you from the jump. So these are the stats that I started taking when I started feeling like the battery life of the Note 8 dipped, meaning that I felt with Nougat my Note 8 was getting better battery life. At least that's why I thought in the earlier months. I loved my battery. It was lasting longer than any other Samsung phone I have personally used. So, and that even includes a Note 4 with an extended battery pack. It lasted longer than that on a single charge. So I was expecting like crazy numbers to come from the Note 9, and the numbers don't seem to add up. Because one of the justifications I feel for buying a Note 9 over a Note 8 now is the bigger battery. If the stats don't match up and the usage patterns are similar, then what seems to be going on? Like, what justifies buying it? Extra storage is okay, but with an SD card, I don't really feel like it's the best thing. Download speeds are better, it's snappier, but I don't know. I don't use the remote functions or features of the Note S Pen, so I was expecting the battery life to be like, wow, like this is gonna be way better. And if you're like me and you watch a lot of reviews, a lot of the reviews don't go in depth into battery. They don't really talk about the battery life. They don't let you know how long the battery, unless you watch one of the battery drain tests. But with those, it's an isolated case, so it kind of simulates what you might do during a day and quick give you an overview. But I want to see how long it lasts while it's not on, while the screen is not on, while the screen is off. I want to see a normal usage pattern. So this is what I have. These are my stats, screenshots that I took. So that was on. This was the day that I said, "Hey man, I'm done with the battery acting up. I'm gonna get rid of this phone and get a new one because I thought the battery started to suck." Mind you, I would during these days I would use my Bluetooth headphones. I keep my GPS on. Um, yeah, so I use like Samsung Pay and some other stuff. Play a couple of games. Use Wi-Fi is on constantly unless I'm on the bus or on a train or something. So yeah, here you can see that you can see the stats for yourself. You can see 11 hours of usage with 41%. I ended the day at 10 p.m. This is I took this screenshot at 10 p.m. 11 hours. So you do the math. 11 hours. So that's around like 10, 11 in the morning. I take the battery off from 100 and it's not even at 0 yet. Right? Let me see when this screenshot was taken so that I know exactly when we're talking about. And this is as the beginning of so this is the beginning of it. And this is with full resolution. This is with full resolution. It's not even a power saving mode. So let's see the details of this. Also, the same day. So 5 hours of screen on time. So like okay, so this is the same. These two are the same day. This is a different day. 12 hours of usage. So even though I did get less screen on time, I still had more usage. 16 hours of battery. Let's see the date. November 4th. So around the same time. 6 hours, 7 hours of screen time, right? I guess during these days I didn't show the usage. I'm not really sure. So let's see if it's the same day, just to make sure. 4th. That's on the 4th. Also on the 4th. So I'm gonna guess that tallies up. So that probably tallies up 20 hours of usage. On the 7th. So these are a few days after. This is just a few days after I bought the device. Also on the 7th. You can look at the timestamp too, just to make sure that I'm not fucking around. 8 hours of screen on time. So this is just after I bought the Note. This is like around the same time I bought it. Look at the stats for yourself. On the 12th. So let's go around here. I want to see something recent. It seems like I don't have anything recent, but these screenshots are probably copied from when I felt like the battery was really good. Okay, so this should show you something. That's with the power saving mode on, I guess. Power saving mode doesn't. Looking at the usage pattern, there's no real justification for the power saving mode. Then probably might as well just turn it off. All right. So I took this recently, I guess. But with this, I can't really use these stats because it's dipped. All right. Let me pause and then look and see if I can find some recent stats. Okay, so I've moved some of my stats into here. So you can see August 12th, 2018. So these are recent. You can see 6 hours of usage, 3 hours of screen on time. So it's more like what I was saying. 3 hours of active use, 85% with 1 hour screen on time. Still not horrible, but not as good as it used to be. You can see there's a dip. If you look at it, there's a dip in usage. And this is where the power saving mode. I might turn that off just to test, because when I look at the stats now, it seems like there was really no benefit to having that. 11 hours of usage, 6 hours of screen on time. Not crazy numbers by any means. 5 hours of screen on time, 10 hours of usage, 12% left. Not nearly as good as it used to be. 19 hours, but you can see that it was charged a bit. So my hope was when you get the new Note 9, you see this little dip, that would maybe be like having an extra amount of battery life, so you get stats similar to this. And so far for the old video, it seems like that's kind of the case. And I think I ended that day with 7 hours of screen on time, 20 hours of battery, but it was charged in the middle. Now if we go back all the way back to the older stats I showed you, let's look back at that. What's going on here? Because it's a screenshot, I'm confused with where to. So as you can see, 41%, 10 p.m., 11 hours on the battery. As you can see. So what does this tell us if we look at the old stats? I don't want to use current stats because I'm not using. Wait. Current stats. I don't have a SIM card in here, even though it shows some bars. It shows some bars. So, I'm not using any SIM card in this. So there's a lot less strain on the battery, but let's just for the sake of saying fuck it, let's just look at it. Things load faster on the Note 9 for obvious reasons. Yeah, so it does. This is probably because there's no SIM card on the device, but still good standby anyway. So compare. I want y'all to compare the stats yourself. Give me an overview of what you think. Maybe I am not seeing the bigger picture here. Maybe you are. So compare it to the previous video, and then let's all decide for ourselves. I'm gonna keep testing and make a more comprehensive video. I might move back my SIM card to this and see exactly how it really compares. But so far, in terms of the older stats, the Note 9 is not even anywhere near the older stats of the Note 8 when it first came out, which could have been Samsung's way of just making sure that it eked out as much from the battery as it could so it could get good reviews. But who knows? Anyway, I don't want to make any false claims. So you check for yourself. I'm enjoying making these videos. I want to keep making more and better videos. But in order for me to do that, I want to make sure that more people subscribe. So please subscribe to the channel. Give suggestions on how I can make better videos so that this channel can grow and we can get more content out of whatever we do. Alright, thanks.